Hey guys, Austin here, and welcome back to another Pixelmon guide here on the channel. The other day I made a guide for Kyurem Black. Today we were making the guide for Kyurem-White, which is the fusion between Kyurem and Reshiram. If you guys have been enjoying the Pixelmon guides on the channel, leave a like on this video, subscribe for new, and let's get right into how to get Kyurem-White in your Pixelmon world. Keep in mind, everyone, I am making this guide in Pixelmon version 9.2.3, which is the most recent 1.20 version of Pixelmon, but the information I'm giving you is pretty valid throughout the versions of Minecraft and Pixelmon. It's just there's a chance that some versions of Pixelmon this will be a bit buggy because I do know in the past there have been some glitches with this, especially in the newest version right now. There's a glitch where when you try to defuse the two Pokemon, you'll crash. So just keep that in mind and let's get right into this. So the first thing you're going to need to get Kyurem-White is catch yourself a Kyurem himself. He was spawned in the ice spike biomes in the afternoon or dusk on land at a 0.5% chance. Upon catching him, he will have a 100% chance of holding the DNA Splicers. Now, I said this in the other video, just because it says DNA Splicers plural, you only need one. That's just the name of them, because typically it comes in sets of two. What is dying over there? Anyway, once you get the DNA Splicer, you are 2/3 of the way complete with getting this Kyurem-White. The next thing you need is to catch yourself a Reshiram, which will spawn in the Redwoods biomes at day on land at a 0.5% chance. Once you have both Kyurem and Reshiram in your party, as you can see, here is my Kyurem, and here is my Reshiram. You are going to need to fuse them together. How you do that is you take your DNA Splicer, you throw out the, I believe it's the Kyurem, sorry, and you right-click, and it will merge them together. As you can see, I now have the fused Kyurem-White. Now, you can defuse them by right-clicking it with the DNA Splicer again, but just keep in mind, at least for me, it did crash my game, so I'm not going to show that in the sense of I just don't want you guys to have to wait for me to relaunch the game again. There'd be a weird cut, and then you close out the video because you think I'm illegitimate. Anyway, now that we have Kyurem-White, let's go over some of the stats. So on screen right now, if I remember to put them, this is Kyurem-White's stat pool. He is proficient in HP and attack. On top of that, also special attack. Special attack being the highest it can possibly be. You're going to want to train this thing in special attack. And if you do have the signature move on your Kyurem when you do the fusion, it should transfer to the fused version. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so that didn't happen. But it should happen whenever if you have the signature move, which is, I believe, Fusion Flare. I think that's Reshiram's signature move. That should transfer to the merged being whenever that happens. Similar to how with Solgaleo and Lunala, when they merge with Necrozma, it should transfer the moves over. Either way, that is pretty much how you get the Kyurem-White in Pixelmon. Now, I do want to actually Pokespawn in a Kyurem-White just so we can defeat it in battle, and I can go over what its drops are. Because, yes, believe it or not, this fused being does have drops. So, if I defeat the Kyurem-White in battle, it will have a chance at dropping blue ice, and I believe it also can drop never melt ice. So let me actually spawn in one more. Let me defeat it just to see. And unfortunately, the fused beings do not spawn in your Pixelmon world naturally. You can use commands to spawn them in if for whatever the reason. But just keep in mind, there is no current way of actually getting them in your world naturally. I've been saying, at least in the other video, that these things should spawn as bosses to defeat just for some extra items. But either way though, guys, that is going to do it for this Pixelmon guide. I hope it was helpful to you all. If it was, consider, as always, leaving a like on the video, subscribing if you're new, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.